Namaste. I'm Jill Loftus of New Astrology. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk about big astrology changes coming that start next year. And this is the change, the shift from Pluto out of the sign of Capricorn and into the sign of Aquarius. Now, it really just dips in there very briefly next year, and in fact never leaves the 0-degree mark before it retrogrades back into the sign of Capricorn. But this is something that we need to anticipate just due to the fact that Pluto is the planet of death, of regeneration, of rebirth, of renewal. And Pluto is, it's a very heavy, difficult energy. So let's get the dates out of the way first. I want you to write these down. Now, the last time it was in Aquarius was the period 1777 to 1798. So if you are a student of history and you can look back at the multiple revolutions that occurred during that time, be it actual revolts of people up against governments or even revolutions as far as technology, it will give you some insights as to what we are looking forward to from the movement of Pluto into Aquarius. Now it's going to dip in, I'm going to look at these dates to get them precise. It dips into 0 degrees of Aquarius, March 24th, 23, so less than a year from now. Now it's going to retrograde on May 1st to 2023 and dip back, okay, into Capricorn. It's going to go direct on October 11th, 2023 at 27 degrees, 53 minutes. Progress forward, come back on January 22nd, 2024 into the sign of Aquarius. And then it only gets to 2 degrees, 6 minutes into Aquarius before it retrogrades again and goes back. It starts retrograding on May 1st, 24. It arrives in Capricorn on September 3rd, 2024. Continues going back and is retrograde until it stations direct October 12th at 29 degrees, 38 minutes of Capricorn. Then it's going to move forward again and go into Aquarius and commit to Aquarius on November 21st, 2024. It will be there until January of 2044. That's a long time, all right? So that's why it's really important to pay attention to this larger cycle. Now let's take a glance back at what Pluto and Capricorn has been like. Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008, and I'm sure many of you will recollect the economic upheaval of that time period. And if you do a little retrospective, looking back from 2008 to now, and see how Pluto has revolutionized, changed society, it is structurally, because it's in the sign of Capricorn. Sign of Capricorn represents the skeleton, represents the skin, but it also represents authority figures. Capricorn represents the boss, right? It represents your big picture career. It represents the stability of governments and systems, right? And I don't know about you, but since 2008, I think we've pretty much watched system by system crumble, whether it's education to healthcare to the government. Everything is beginning to break down, has been breaking down, all right? Now, those things break down because they're not working and they need to be restructured. And to the extent they are being restructured, it works, right? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, right? And so Saturn demands hard work. Saturn demands integrity. Saturn asks for time. Saturn asks for commitment. Saturn is the sign of maturity and old age, right? So now think of that energy shifting to an Aquarian vibe, right? So Aquarius, ruled by, the ancient ruler of Aquarius was Saturn, right? But the modern ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, right? So thinking about technology, right? Thinking about the future, thinking about future-oriented things, thinking about groups, right? Aquarius rules groups of people, the masses. And what does Pluto do to the masses? Well, Pluto brings violence and destruction. Pluto can bring cruelty and difficulty. And so I do have concerns about the shadow side of Aquarius. Once Pluto moves into there, and I think we've all seen Shadow Aquarius, right? Shadow Aquarius is oh, you must conform or sacrifice these few in order to do better for the many, right? Whoever the people in charge are, right? Shadow Aquarius is so detached that it has no humanity, right? It has no feelings or emotions. It's very scientific. It's very kind of an AI situation, all right? And so during these years, we are going to watch technology just, I mean, technology has been going like this, right? Technology is going to go, you know, I think about just in my lifetime how we've gone from, you know, a phone on the wall to a phone in my pocket, which is basically a computer, right? Technology is going to really take off, but also the negative uses of technology. I see kind of like technology is being used in China, the social credit scoring and the elimination of people who have beliefs or systems that make it so that they are difficult, harder to control, right? Those are definitely some of the shadows of Aquarius energy. And I can see some of those patterns already beginning to play out. So paying attention to the push to completion as Pluto moves through the end of Capricorn and introduces us, just lets us touch on that little bit of an understanding of what Pluto in Aquarius is going to mean for us that we're going to get next spring, is something to have on your radar and be paying attention to. It is also vital that you know where these last degrees of Capricorn are. Where's 26, 27, 28, 29 Cap? Where is that in your chart, and does it touch anything? Where is 0 degrees of Aquarius for you? And if you look at the house system, what house has Capricorn, you know, how has Capricorn changed that house, right? How has Pluto in that sign revolutionized that house and that area of life for you? So then what's next? What's Aquarius, right? How is that going to be renovated, changed, completely broken down and reworked once Pluto firmly moves into Aquarius? So I just wanted to have that on your radar. You know, my teacher, Goswami Kriyananda, transitioned several years ago, and I remember him warning us for years to be ready for this movement of Pluto through Capricorn. And I wish he was here now to guide us with the Pluto into Aquarius. And I just thought, well, I guess I'm here. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, but I can see some of these patterns already beginning to set up. And so we must find the highest possible vibrations of Aquarius energy. We must understand that each person's uniqueness is what contributes to the whole. We must understand that technology is a wonderful tool, but it is not a good master. We must understand that we can create a life of world, of beauty, of goodness, of where people are altruistic and care for each other if we can dismantle ourselves from the existing power structure that just wants to commodify us. Sounds like a simple order, right? All right. Well, thank you for your patience. I would appreciate a comment below. If this is useful, helpful, please share it with a friend. I'll be with you through Pluto and Aquarius. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.